Hey guys, it's Misty here, and I just wanted to share some things that we have been doing this week. My child is printing. Oops. She's wanting to do research because she likes the assignment that I've given her. So this is the first week that we have done full-time homeschooling for two kiddos instead of just one. Hello.
Hi.
I may use you just in a minute. So this being the first week, this is day 3, and my husband was already shocked at dinner tonight when he heard what all my kids were saying that they've learned. Because this whole school year, we've had, what did you do at school today? I don't know. How many times do you get that? Do you get that from your kids? Because we were getting that all the time. And they've been with me for 3 days. And I had to kind of do something really quickly. Since it's 4th grade and 7th grade, I was a little nervous because I didn't know how to do it with 2 different age groups, 2 different grades. So I'm kind of doing the same thing with them. So my 4th grade is going up. My 7th grader, I'm taking up to some high school level things, which means my 4th grader's doing it too. So one of my favorites, today we learned about, okay, we're going back and forth. Y'all tell me, comment, Nevada or Nevada? Because we go back and forth. So they learned about Nevada, and the main reason that they learned about it, that was the one they chose because they wanted to learn about Area 51. But first they had to learn some, what I consider some more important things about Nevada. So they have learned, I think it was supposed to be like 3 days of lessons, and we got it done today. But my favorite has been English. My 4th and 7th graders are reading Lord of the Flies. I read that as a sophomore in high school, but they've got it down, both of them. And not only are they reading Lord of the Flies and understanding it, and they can tell you about the characters and they can tell you what's going on. What is your favorite thing that has happened so far in the story? We just started it yesterday.
Peggy stood up for himself. That
When-
was my favorite.
Come over here and say it louder. What your favorite thing? If you haven't read Lord of the Flies, you might not know what it is.
When Peggy stood up for himself.
So finally, Piggy is getting a voice for himself. He doesn't want to be walked all over, and that's her favorite part. But slide over. We're not just learning. We're not just reading a book and learning it. Well, this part they haven't gotten to yet. That will be tomorrow, maybe. It's going to be backwards. I know it's backwards for you. But they have learned about allegory, because it's an allegory, dystopian, like all these genres, dystopian, adventure. I'm reading it backwards too. Literary fiction, coming of age. They've learned what third person omniscient means, and that this is what the book is written in. Tomorrow they're going to remind me, although I bet she can probably tell me any of those things that are blank right now. Who's your favorite character? Because that's what I've got at the end.
Still Peggy.
Piggy is your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And which one of these does he fit under?
He fit under wears glasses.
Yes, he wears glasses.
And Simon
Slide over that way.
faints.
Simon is the one who faints. See, good memory. But we're talking about, again, 4th and 7th grade. Personification, metaphor, simile, illusion, foreshadowing. I know there's a glare and you can't see it. And then there are some examples and page numbers from what we've already read. So this is what we've learned in 3 days. Well, take this away because that's tomorrow. That's day 4. And on Friday, they're going to have a quiz over chapters 1 through 4. They're also going to have a quiz over Nevada. They're also going to have a quiz over math. Earlier this week, I gave both kids a semester exam. I just wanted to see where they were with grammar. They both did a 7th grade midterm. We went over anything that was missed. just so I could see where they are. I need to see where they are so I know where to start. But this is the life of homeschool for us. I cannot believe we just started this week. We should have done this a long time ago because they came home. Like today, they can tell you more that they've learned this week than this whole school year. And that is amazing to me. And we've loved it. We're planting a garden. That's going to be, we planted one last year for science. And this year we're going to add to it. This year they're going to each have their own thing. She chose strawberries. Her brother chose spearmint. We've got a lot of things that we're doing together, but those are going to be their things. And they've got to learn all about it before they can do anything with it. So that's just part of science also. So what does that leave? Math. Right now, we haven't done anything in math until Friday when I give them a quiz just to kind of see where they are. So I just wanted to share that because it's actually a huge win for us. It was Sunday after a very rough week of spring break. It was a really good spring break, but there were just some things that occurred that made it a stressful week at the same time. And we were stuck wondering, what are we about to do? And Saturday I started feeling it, but Sunday is when, in the middle of church service, God was like, keep them home and do what you do. And I was scared, but it was a peace that I can't even explain. So we're outside and I'm talking to the kids, asking them, what if we just did the rest of the school year together? 100%. And they were both very, very excited about it. So we have like a whole farm, it feels like. We have a guinea pig and 3 dogs, in case you didn't know. So anyway, they were very excited. I talked to my husband beforehand, but he was all on board because he saw the difference in me full-time homeschooling my daughter last year versus this year. She's loved it. She's loved her teacher. We've loved the teachers. We've loved the students and staff where we were, but it just wasn't happening the same as it was when they were with me. A lot of people have asked me about homeschooling. I would love to talk to you about homeschooling and about other options because there are 2 and 3 day programs that might work for you. I am a teacher, and so I kind of have an upper hand, I guess, because I've taught for so long and I've taught so many courses. So I'm the all-around nerd. I love learning, and so the things I don't know, I like learning with the kids. So I handle homeschooling very differently than most, but I would love to talk to you about homeschooling. As a matter of fact, I think I'm meeting a couple of people over the next 2 weeks just to talk about what it looks like for us. As y'all know, most of you know, I have a ministry with girls, girls and identity in Christ and everything, but, I feel like God has also said my kids, homeschooling my kids, that's my biggest ministry right now. And if any of that can help you, let me know, and I will do whatever I can to help you. I was the person who said I can never homeschool my kids. I was also the person, I will tell you right now, if you've ever considered homeschooling your kids, but you're not because you've told yourself there's no way I can homeschool my kids because we're going to be at each other's throats. The fact that you've even considered it means that you might need to do it because there's probably a reason. It's in your heart, in your head. And it doesn't hurt to try because you can always go back to whatever school they were at or even something different. I promise you the bond between you and your children will never be the same once you homeschool. So that defiant child maybe just needs some extra time with you. So if you have any questions, ask me. I would love to tell you I am not at all an expert. Last year was my first year, and I started with one kid who was in an elementary grade because I was scared. That's completely normal to be scared. There are so many resources for you if that's something that you are considering. This is very long. I'm sorry. But if there's a way that I can help you, advice I can give you, I would love to connect with you. Just let me know. Y'all have a great day.